Hello, this is the Kenyan Siasa. Adam holds the Bali Udawanadawa. The folks of the Kenyan Siasa, whenever a king of jungle feels that his territory is receiving some external threats, vigilance has to be heightened. The fortress has to be reinforced. A buffer has to be erected. The folks of the Kenyan Siasa, yesterday, the 13th of September, the immediate former Deputy President, Rigathi Gashagua, aka Rick G, came out gun blazing. Rigathi Gashagua is a worried man. Rigathi Gashagua is a concerned man that the President William Ruto, is meddling into the politics of Mount Kenya region. Is meddling into the politics of the Gamer Nation. And this doesn't augur well with him. This put him at a place of feeling threatened. Rigathi Gashagua claims that President William Ruto is planning to sponsor the Kiharu MP, Ndindi Nyoro, to vie for presidency in the 2027 general elections. That President William Ruto is going to fashion a certain party that on surface will appear to be opposed to President William Ruto. Is going to marshal formation of a certain party that will present itself as fighting or as standing against President William Ruto's presidency, spreading the same gospel of one term that was started by Rigathi Gashagua to confuse people. Then, as Rigathi Gashagua is also on the other side trying to hunt votes for his DCP, this party that will has its face as Ndindi Nyoro will come and fight with Rigathi Gashagua's DCP in the Gamer Nation for votes and ultimately divide the Mount Kenya region votes. Folks, in this episode, we're delving into some of the reasons that are making Rigathi Gashagua to be an uncomfortable man with this move. One, we can say that in an event that the current case against impeachment of Rigathi Gashagua is concluded that Rigathi Gashagua won't be fit to vie for the presidency in the 2027 general elections, this will leave Ndindi Nyoro as the only vibrant, as the only politician with an upper hand to vie for the presidency. And as we are projecting towards 2032, this will make Rigathi Gashagua to become stale, and ultimately, even if Ndindi Nyoro, of course, won't win the elections as the president, but at least this will put him at a place of national level politics. And again, he will now be the talk of the town in the Gamer Nation, and gradually, his star will surpass Rigathi Gashagua's star. And as we are prospecting into future politics, Ndindi Nyoro might ultimately end up being the kingpin of the Mount Kenya region come 2032 general elections. And by that time, Ndindi Nyoro will have surpassed Rigathi Gashagua. And Rigathi Gashagua might end up becoming irrelevant. Therefore, Rigathi Gashagua is concerned and has to put his guard and try pursue the Gamer Nation, not to embrace Ndindi Nyoro's outfit. Another reason as to why Rigathi Gashagua is a concerned person is because in an event that Ndindi Nyoro comes with a party, Ndindi Nyoro, we can say that is young, vibrant, and hasn't been doing combative politics. Therefore, he is more appealing. He has the charm, especially to the Gen Zs and the gamer nation in diaspora. We are now talking about the gamer people in places like Nakuru, areas like Laikipia, in an event that Ndindi Nyoro's party gets organized well. In the 2027 general elections, it technically means that Rigathi Gashagua's DCP won't have the monopoly of scooping most of the seats. Here we are talking about the gubernatorial seats, the senatorial seat, women rep seat, MP seats, MCS seats. Ndindi Nyoro's party will manage to scoop some of those seats, especially in areas of Kiambu, Nakuru County, Murang'a, and even Laikipia. And this will now make Rigathi Gachagua not to be in a position to have the bragging rights of having a high number of legislators that can even be used now to negotiate for some post-election deals with the president of the day, with the person who would have won the presidency. Therefore, Rigathi Gachagua must be a concerned person that this party that might be sponsored by the state represented by Ndindi Nyoro might come and mess the DCP arithmetic in the gamer nation. And finally, we can say that Rigathi Gachagua is concerned because in an event that, for example, Ndindi Nyoro vies for the presidency and the united opposition also fronts the flag bearer, it technically means that the gamer nation's votes will be divided. And you know it very well that right now, Ruto's main headache is this fact of gamer block votes slipping away from his hands. You recall it very well that the gamer nation gave him approximately 47% of the total votes that he got in the 2022 general elections. And therefore, if they have left him and go as a united bloc vote for another person, it might make his re-election bid in the 2027 to be a Herculean task. But in an event that he managed to front Ndindi Nyoro to vie, the united opposition also front another candidate to vie, it technically means that the gamer nation votes will be divided. And now if Ruto goes and consolidates Western Kenya region very well, here we are talking about the Luo Nation, Luyas, Kurias, and the Kisis, and again, Traiwu, the coastal region, and finally, top it up with the Kalenjin Rift Valley votes. He will now have an easy time with the gamer block divided. Dear folks of the Kenyan Siasa, we reach the halt of this episode. For those of you who are subscribed to our YouTube channel, The Kenyan Siasa, we're humbled, we're glad, thank you. And for those of you who are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, The Kenyan Siasa, we beseech you to show some love by subscribing, then hit on the notification bell to get notified whenever we upload content. Until next time, I'm Jabali, Udawa, and Adawa. Bye-bye.